Let's go to JC now, listening in Texas. Hi, JC.
Hi, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to share, you mentioned about stripping in the garage when you got home, and I just had to laugh because I know exactly what that feeling is.
Oh,
My husband and I last week had actually gone on a cruise. We were the very last ship to leave out of Miami.
wow.
This was before everything got really bad. We literally passed two ships that were waiting to leave, and they never were allowed to leave. That's how close it
Wow.
was. Um, and before we ever got on the ship, the cruise line did a screening to make sure we had not been in any areas where the coronavirus was running rampant, and any of
Mhm.
those people were excluded. They checked everyone's temperature to make sure no one had fevers. And this sort of thing went on throughout the entire trip. Every time we went into a dining room, they sprayed our hands down. I mean, there was so much sanitation. Everything was fine. We didn't feel scared at all. The only weird
Mhm.
thing was that our entire itinerary got changed because the ports closed right after
You
we
were at
left.
sea
And
the whole
so
time, I guess,
it
huh?
yeah, we weren't at sea the whole time. Like, for example, we were supposed to go to Puerto Rico, St. Martin, and Roadtown, but all of those ports closed. So the day we were supposed to go to Puerto Rico, we were on an MSC cruise line. Instead, they brought us to the Norwegian Cruise Line's private island, which is actually in the Bahamas, and it's fairly close to Miami. So we thought, oh, this is it. This is a consolation prize. They're bringing us back to Miami on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and that didn't happen. And Sunday night, they're like, oh, no, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Cozumel, and then after that, we're going to be at sea again, and then we're going to come back here,
So
and we're
what
going to
happened?
go to our very own private island. Well, nothing bad happened, but here's the thing. The entire time on the cruise, they were checking our temperature, sanitizing. We felt safe the whole time. No
Mm-hmm.
one got sick. Everything was good. They checked us as we disembarked. Then here's where it got interesting.
Okay.
Then we
I'm
left
all
the
ears.
ship,
Did you
and
stand
we
at the
had heard
prow of the
all of.
ship? Did you stand there with
We
your
did.
arms spread out on the very front of the ship at any time?
No, we actually didn't. That's so
Okay.
funny. We didn't. No, we didn't. We did talk about the Titanic. It's hard not to when you're looking out at the ocean.
Yeah.
But then we had to travel home through Miami Airport and Atlanta Airport and Austin Airport where we live. And it was crazy. Our first flight was booked full, absolutely packed flight. So social distancing was not possible. I hear that music in the background. It's cracking me up. But all through the airport, we saw people wearing masks inappropriately, touching their faces,
Oh my.
standing way too close together. It was scary going through the airports. And then finally we made it home. Now our teenage boys who are older teens have been home alone. And our one son was at work, our one son was at home. We didn't even want to touch him when we got home. We hadn't seen him in a week. Like, Andrew, I'm not hugging you. I love you. I'm going to go take a shower now. And we both
Yeah.
got in the bathroom, stripped everything off, showered, and it was an incredible need to just get clean because we knew we
Decontaminate.
had been exposed.
Mm-hmm. Did
Yeah,
you
and
burn? This is going to sound like a crazy question. Did you burn your clothes, or did you just run them through the wash a couple times?
we just got everything in the washing machine, and we decontaminated our suitcases, but it was just so creepy because the CDC recommends that we stay home for 2 weeks, and we are because we had been on a cruise ship.
Right.
But it's so crazy because the cruise ship, we were safe. It was the airports that were the scary part. And the airports are not doing anything really to keep people safe.
How long ago was it that you were in the airports? I got to take a break here, but was it
It was just
within the last week?
Yeah, it was just Friday afternoon. We got off the
Okay.
ship Friday morning, and we were through the airports on Friday. And they said, oh, well, we sprayed down the airplane. Well, what good does that do if every seat in the airplane is full?
Well, I thought when I was last in an airport a couple of weeks, it would look pretty much like a ghost town. I thought it would be more so this time. Thank you. I'm glad you're safe, JC. What a cruise, huh? I'll be back with more of the Patrick Madrid Show on Relevant Radio right after this.
For more of the Patrick Madrid Show, visit relevantradio.com/Patrick.